Hey, Jeff and Wendy, Dennis Feidner, CFO on the go. Hey, listen, I took my best shot at putting together a fencing estimate, and since I'm not a fencing guy, I don't know how accurate it is, but I think you'll get the concept of how easy this is to do. And I actually timed myself. I built a estimate for chain link fence and then another one for gates, kind of on the fly here. It took me like less than 20 minutes to do all this, and so it'd be easier for you because you know exactly what you do. But so this is what we talked about the other day. I just typed in the components of the fence. In the real world, this would be an assembly, so that would be used over and over again. All you would do is I've got all the formulas set up over here, and when we get on the phone, I can show you exactly how these work. But it's not rocket science. So I did my takeoff. I've got 2,000 foot of fence. Obviously, you have to count how many terminal posts you have, and then the line post is just a formula that I set up, and it says the quantity is number of feet, 2,000 divided by 10, so they're spaced 10 feet apart. And I came up with 200. I'm not sure 10's accurate enough, but I just like round numbers to check my math. And then I said I need 6 foot high, 1.5 inch gauge fabric, 2,000 feet. The cost of that's $4 a foot. And again, the quantity was fed in here from the quantity I took off up here. So all of these, nothing's keyed in here as far as these quantities are all formulas at this point. Terminal post, it was just a copy of this up here. Line post again is the 200. It's just 2,000 divided by 10. And then a concrete, I have no idea what the formula is, but I think this might be okay to do. It just says, hey, take how many line posts I have, how many terminal posts I have, and I need 0.015 cubic yards per hole, and do that. I did not know what the formula was for brace bands or tension bands, and hopefully you can help me with that. A couple other formulas here. I couldn't figure out how to come up with the number of carriage bolts. You can help me with that. But once you have those formulas in here, I don't care if this fence is 2 feet, 20 feet, 200 feet, 2,000 feet, or 20,000 feet. I'm going to come up with the right components for my packing list, so the guys pick the right materials. For my labor, I just said that I need 1 hour, 1/10 of an hour for every foot. So on a 2,000 foot, I determined I needed 200 man hours. Anyway, I put my overhead and profit on there. Comes up with the extended price. If you look at the very, very bottom down here, it says current grid. The cost to build that fence, based on my estimate above, 22,000 in round numbers. There's my overhead and my profit. This is what I'm going to put. That's what's going to wind up on the proposal, is a bid price of $30,175 for the fence. If I flip to the next thing and I have a gate, and I can have all these predetermined types of gates, just how many gates do I have? I have one gate, so I need one prefab 72-inch by 24-foot gate, one drop rod, one pipe gate center, 4 post hinges, 4 gate hinges, and 8 carriage bolts. Again, all of these are being calculated based on the formulas that I have here, based on the quantity I entered up here. So the data entry is really simple. If I wanted to put labor on here, I could just say, hey, labor is, let's just put hours in here. There's labor hours, and we pay $32.50 with burden. And I need, for every gate, I need 8 hours. I have no idea if that's right or not, but that's it. And then every time I put this in here, it's going to send out that 8 hours. And then I have to recalculate the profit, redo the profit and overhead. Just do that real quick. Show you how easy it is. I come down here and say, update this grid file. Whoops, sorry, wrong button. Update the takeoff for the overhead and profit. Update. Yes. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Forgot to put the cost code in here. This is my not paying attention. And recalculate this. And come up here. And it's not this. It's hard. I just missed a step there. Overhead and profit. Update. Yes. And now it's dropping those overhead and profits. But as long as these are all set up, you're not going to have to do that. Those will come in just default. And for this item, I have no idea how this pricing is. I determined my cost was going to be $1,381, and I'm going to sell that for $1,905.78. And that's what's going to go to my proposal. If I know I'm going to buy these materials from, let's see, we'll just buy these from Washaw Nursery. I now can create the purchase order to buy these components automatically. And again, I now have in my system an 8-hour budget for this item, and I think it was 200 over here. Yeah, 200 labor hours. So I have 208 labor hours to complete this project, and that's what those reports are going to balance against. So I made this quick and dirty, very simple. I could have part numbers in here to make it easier. I just wanted to build something quickly just so you could see how easy it is to do. We would import your parts so you have all those parts in there automatically and help you build these formulas, and then every future estimate becomes easier. Obviously, you're going to have 6-foot fences, 4-foot fences, 3-foot fences, so you have an assembly for each one of those and different parts for each one of those. But once you get them built, every estimate from here on out becomes significantly easier to do. Again, we just drop in some assumptions here and some knowns, and everything else calculates out for me. So anyway, I want to show you that. I'm not an expert on fences, but I don't know what the heck we would do without Google. I found an estimate, somebody's estimate on the internet out there, and I just basically copied his parts in there and what have you, and made up some prices to just come up with this. So anyway, that's all there is to it. Hopefully that helps you. If you have any questions or you're ready to place that order, give me a call and we'll get you taken care of. Thanks.